Right, guys, this is the part two to referencing, and this is just going to kind of show you how to do this in the context of your projects. Okay, so let's take, for example, this P1 assignment where you're in your introduction, you've got to find a definition of the Internet of Everything, and then actually go into your main body of the report and start discussing examples of technologies that sort of fit that definition underneath those different categories. Okay, so let's say step one then. So I've been doing some research on the internet, and say for example I found the definition of the IOE which I think is a good one. So I'm going to take that and copy it, and I'm going to put it into my assignment at the top, like so. Okay, I'm just going to change the format of that font so it matches what's in my report already, and then I'm going to obviously put my quotation marks around it. Okay, so now I need to acknowledge where that particular quote has come from. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the website, okay, and I'm going to copy that web link, and then I'm going to go to this really useful website called Cite Me This. Okay, so Cite Me This, and when you get to that, you should hopefully have the opportunity to be able to, well, in fact I might just reload it to the home page, see if we can get that back to well, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, look for a button that allows you to add a new reference, so that should be fairly straightforward. Make sure you've also got the Harvard style selected, which I think because I've already used this once, it's defaulted to that for me from now on, so just make sure you select that Harvard style. I'm referencing the fact that I got that information from a website, so I'm going to click website. Okay, I'm then going to paste the URL into this search box and click search. Then I'm going to click on Cite. You can see that the Cite Me This has found me some details about the author of this particular quote, so I'm going to continue there. Don't worry if it doesn't find all the necessary details, so just use what Cite Me This can find. If that website can't find it, you're going to struggle. Okay, next again, and then we're going to click on Complete Citation here. Right. Okay, now this is the important bit. So the first thing you'll see is that it's created me a citation. So I'm going to copy that and go into my report. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste that in there. And then I'm going to put something like Clark 2020 states that the IOE is, and then I have my quote. So that is the citation. So that is my citation done. Okay. The other bit that I need to do then is actually get the full reference for that particular citation. So again, I'm going to go back to Cite Me This, and then you'll notice the full citation is here, listed for the bibliography, and I'm going to highlight all of that information and copy it. And then I'm going to scroll down in my project to the end of this particular assignment, and here is my reference list. So I probably should have a heading in there actually for reference list. I'll just stick that in there. Reference list. Okay, and then this is where I'm putting all my headings. Now I think, what was the author's surname? It was Clark. Okay, so Clark, and it possibly could be the same author actually here. It looks like it's from the same website actually. So yeah, I've put that full reference in my reference list, and it's in the right place in terms of it being in the right order. Okay, remember this needs to go off alphabetically by the author's name. Sometimes obviously if Cite Me This can't find the author's name, it will then just put the company on which the website was published, has been published by instead, so that's absolutely fine, don't worry about that. Okay, and then if you just have a notice, look at this particular assignment, obviously it's been obfuscated. This isn't fully detailed for the P1 criteria, so you can't just copy it, but you can see here, well, we've got another definition that the student used at the time, and then actually in the main body of the report, so where they've used somebody else's work, that's where the citation is. And then you can obviously, as a reader, if you wanted to, then scroll down and refer to the reference list to actually find out a little bit more about where that actual information was obtained from. Okay, so that is the nature of referencing, and if you were to look through this report, you can see there's another citation there. So those citations should be sort of popping up every time that you use somebody else's work in your report, and that's the process for doing it: the citation and the reference. You don't need to highlight them in yellow, by the way. I've just done that for the purposes of illustration.